Welcome to the Kingdom Reviewed. Today I'm going to be reviewing Disney's Wilderness Lodge. So I stayed here for 5 nights and 6 days in the off season. And overall, I would say that I had an absolutely fantastic stay, but I will bring up some of the pros and cons that I found on my trip there. So this was my first time staying at a deluxe resort. I had stayed at a value and then at a moderate, and I saw a huge increase in the service between a value and a moderate. And I was very excited to see what it would be like at a deluxe resort. And to be honest, I felt like it wasn't even as good as at the moderate. Now, it wasn't bad. There was nothing particularly wrong with our stay, but they had the direct to room service. So I got a text telling me just what room to go to. I feel like that's not very personable. And overall, I just didn't get the sense that it was as welcoming. Like, for example, when I was at the moderate, there was a doorman. And so every time we walked in, he would make conversation with us. And obviously, as we stayed there, he began to recognize us. And that added to feeling at home, where at Wilderness Lodge, we didn't have that. So if that's something important to you on your stay, then that is something to consider. So the grounds at Wilderness Lodge, the exterior, are absolutely gorgeous, and they're supposed to be themed like a national park resort. So something that you would find at a hotel in a national park. It is a Magic Kingdom area resort, which was very convenient. So we were able to get to Magic Kingdom by boat, which came very frequently. In addition, the boat on the other side would take us to the Contemporary or to Fort Wilderness, which is nice if you're going to do the Hoop-de-Doo Review or Mickey's Backyard Barbecue, Chef Mickey's at the Contemporary. And like I said, they came quite frequently. I think the most I ever waited was 10 minutes. There are 2 types of boats. So if you are a family with young children with strollers, the bigger boats, which came probably slightly more often than the smaller boats, you didn't have to pack up your stroller, which was very nice. And the boat ride over was enjoyable, and it didn't take very long. So here is the room that we stayed in. I felt like the theming throughout the rooms as well as the hotel flowed very nicely and was just very warm and true to what it was trying to achieve. We had a balcony like all the deluxe resorts do, and if you have small children that still nap, this was fantastic, or even just children in general who obviously go to bed before you. It was really nice that when the kids were napping or went to sleep really early, to still be, quote unquote, in the room, but have some space to ourselves. Another great feature is to keep in line with the theme of the wilderness resorts, is that they had their own replica of Old Faithful. We also really enjoyed the pool, and with young children, the splash pool, if you will, the splash ground, I think they're called, was amazing. And my children, who are 18 months and 3 years old, loved it, and it was just so much fun for them. The indoor area was just phenomenal. As you can see, there is a bit of a waterfall that runs from the center or from inside the hotel to out into the actual pool, and just makes a very relaxing sound, and there's chairs that you could sit by. In addition, there is a very large fireplace that goes year round, and there's little rocking chairs there that you can sit and just read by the fire, and it's very nice. The downside is, as you can see, there's that railing there. Behind that is Whispering Canyon Cafe, which I've done a review on if you want to check that out. And that is extremely noisy. Part of the draw to going to the Whispering Canyon Cafe is that it's rowdy and there's screaming and yelling and blah, blah, blah. And if the fact that they placed it right next to this spot that's meant to relax, I think was not the best thinking. You can't really relax that much there when Whispering Canyon Cafe is open, and it's open until about 10. There are totem poles, gorgeous lighting. As you can see, those are supposed to look like teepees, and then they have the silhouettes of the animals around them. These large chairs, so many places to relax here. That's the gift shop. One of the other things that I would say was a downfall was the quick service. So the quick service restaurant was not very good. And it was so small for a resort that was quite large. I think the assumption is that perhaps people who stay at a deluxe resort don't want the quick service, but if you have to wake up really early to get to the Magic Kingdom, quick service is your best option. So I think that was one of the downfalls. That being said, there's also there's also Artist Point, which is a signature restaurant, and the food there was very, very good. Very good. So that perhaps balances out. So I would say that the cons were the service wasn't what I thought it would be, and the quick service, the Roaring Fork, was not up to par as far as the service, the seating, and the food. Other than that, it's a gorgeous hotel, very relaxing atmosphere for the most part. The pools are great, the transportation was great, and this is one of the more affordable deluxe resorts along with the Animal Kingdom. And in my opinion, the Polynesian, the Wilderness Lodge, and the Animal Kingdom are the best themed. So it's great that and Animal Kingdom are the most affordable. Would I recommend this? Absolutely, and I hope that you enjoy your stay. If you like this, please give a thumbs up, leave me a comment, tell me about if you're going or not, and please subscribe. Thank you.